It's me. Right. I was recently bounced off a bouncy castle whilst trying to prevent a bouncident.
What's a bouncident?
It's an incident involving a bounce, and you put the two together to create bouncident.
Sure, it's a derivative of accident, not incident.
Well, obviously, an accident is an incident, and a bouncident is an incident. Was this bouncident an accident?
It was a bouncident waiting to happen.
How did you go about preventing the bouncident that might or might not have happened?
I'll tell you everything. let me set the scene for you. It's early summer. It was the birthday party of a small child.
Was you invited or just turned up?
Let's be clear. There's a children's party in a church hall.
Yeah.
I'm attending because it's the party of my nephew.
Yeah.
And there's a bouncy castle.
Whoa, in the church hall?
I know, I've never
Indoors?
Yes,
seen
yes.
An indoor bouncy castle?
Indoors?
Yes.
How big
No,
was
there
it?
wasn't.
No, there...
How did they get it in the door?
That's a fire hazard.
I'm not an idiot. How did they get it in the door? We've got him.
No, I'm sorry, church hall, is that where the service is being held?
No.
This
It's
is
the adjacent
this is
building.
Church Hall was our Prime Minister during the war. Now, I don't like bouncy castles, because I think they're dangerous.
Right.
And my little boy went on after I'd expressly told him not to.
Well, he disobeyed your orders. The worst father I've had, most incompetent father. Well, I don't like to say, but I think the boy's better off in care.
Hey, this is very upsetting. He clambered on, unbeknownst to me.
Yeah.
And he's going back and forth. So I get on and I get my little boy, George, who is not even 2, and I pick him up.
Right.
Okay? And I'm trying now to hold my little boy whilst being bounced by these evil children. My wife is stood on terra firma, and as I'm coming off the bouncy castle, a particularly hefty child bounces, sending me up. Holding my son, I hurtle through the air. Luckily, I come to my feet like Spider-Man, but the impetus is too much. I surge forward and headbutt my wife, thus having the bouncident that I was trying to avoid. So, what are you going to say, Lee?
What do we think?
Yes, I think it's
You
true.
think it's true?
If a 2-year-old had clambered on, you might well go and get your 2-year-old off.
I think that's true.
Well, then I must say true.
You say true. David Steen?
Well, we'll say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie,
Yeah.
you say it's true. Well, it's actually true.
Tension mounts.
Yes, it's true. I was recently bounced off a bouncy castle while trying to prevent a bouncident.
When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding. When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding, as one of the girls who was supposed to do it was ill, and the dress was a perfect fit.
What did the dress look like?
I describe the colour as traumatic.
Why do they have to have a bridesmaid? Why couldn't they just say, if she's not well, let's move on?
I think you're mixing it with admin. If someone says to me, put the dress on, I'd put it on. You know that, don't you? Do as I'm told.
So you didn't display any reluctance to put the dress on?
I may have said, you know, mother, father, I am a 7-year-old boy, despite the fact that I am 2 years younger looking and slightly androgynous. But please, give me some dignity.
How much
And my
notice-
father turned around to me, he said, son, when I was your age, he had a pipe, when I was your age, my father asked me to put a dress on, and I put it on, and his father before him, and his father before him. You'll put me dress on, and you'll smile.
Was there a page boy as well as bridesmaids at this wedding? I was a page boy once, and if another boy had dressed up as a girl, I would have felt it was fair game to persecute him.
Well, true, but luckily the page boy came up to me, little Sharon, and he said, he said, tell me about it. You know, you think you've had a rough day. You know what I mean? I'm a 24-year-old.
How much notice did you get?
Pardon?
How much notice did you get?
Quite a few people. I think, you know, from memory, quite a few people were,
No,
you idiot!
How much warning? How far in advance?
I genuinely thought you meant notice. How much notice did you get? That was a genuine one. Yeah. Oh, how much notice did I get?
Oh, everyone thought I was adorable.
I've got to admit...
everyone was looking. I was nervous at first, but then I felt like a princess.
Oh, I see. How much in advance did they tell me?
Yeah, how much notice?
How much notice did I get? Do you know what? That would be embarrassing if this was on television, wouldn't it? I think I got, like, I don't know, 5 hours or something. She was ill at the last minute and...
I just think you would have absolutely refused at
Well,
that age.
listen, I said, Dad, I don't want to do it. And he went, listen, I'm not your dad, I'm your mother. I'm sick of you constantly calling me dad. The other one, that's your dad.
How long did you have to keep the dress on? At what point in the proceedings? I mean, did you have to wear it right through to the disco and, you know...
My dad said you'll keep it on till the music starts. Da, 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 da. Because unfortunately the cabaret act had cancelled because of illness.
So what are you thinking, David? Does that sound at all plausible to you?
What do you think, Izzy?
I really want it to be true.
Well, then say true.
I actually think it could genuinely be the biggest load of drivel I've ever heard. It can't be true.
I don't think it's true.
Lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lie.
Conclusively, it's a lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It's a lie. I wanted it to be true, didn't I?
Yes, it's a lie. Lee wasn't a bridesmaid at his auntie's wedding.
I can smell if there is a dead fly in the room. Can I just say, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I can smell a dead fly in the room.
So, it's what you're saying, that if there isn't a dead fly in the room, you have no sense of smell?
No, that's not what I'm saying. And you know damn well that's not what I'm saying, David. No, I can smell if there is a dead fly in the room. I can smell the dead fly.
So is there a dead fly in here?
Hold on. No, I can't smell a dead fly in this room, obviously. This is what we call a normal-sized room.
I see.
Okay, well,
We're a room in my house.
How do you prove this? Do you actually sniff it out? Can you actually, like a sniffer dog, you actually find the dead fly with your nose? Or you just go...
No.
Is
I
there a dead fly
I
in
never
here?
told you I could find them.
you can't locate it, you just know it's somewhere within the walls.
Well, not within the wall.
I'm not talking about flies that might have been killed by a serial killer and then sort of plastered in.
Yeah. I can't smell them. I
No,
can't smell
no.
them. No, definitely not.
Right, OK.
But you can't locate them, you just know there's somewhere
I
in
can
the
smell
room.
if there's a dead fly in the room.
So where...
How can you put it to the test? Because you might have been in a room in which there was a dead fly and you have not smelt it and said there is no dead fly in this room. And people have believed you, and yet
I've gone with-
lurking in the corner...
It's a good question, Joan. It's a very good question, and I wish that I had a good answer. Just by the law of averages, there's been too many times when I've gone in a room and gone, there's a dead fly in this room, and quite often we will see the dead fly.
What do you mean
Doesn't
quite often?
I'm
It has to be always, it has to be always.
I can smell if there's a dead fly in the room, so I will go in and go, I think there's a dead fly in the room. That's just a polite way of talking, David. I don't go, There is a dead fly in the room! It's a fact every time! It's I talk more softly than you, David. I have a softer... I don't show off about my talents. Okay. I walk in a room and I go, I think there's a dead fly in this room. In fact, no! I think you'll find there is definitely. There always is.
What does the dead fly smell of?
It's a smell that I wouldn't want to describe to a friend.
Try. Imagine you're a wine connoisseur.
Right.
It's the smell of a dead fly.
I'm getting...
what are you getting?
I'm getting a bit of wing. I'm getting another wing. And how many wings of flies? What is it? 2 or 4? 4. Another wing. And no, wait. There's only 3 wings. I think I know how this fly died.
You've not really described the smell there. You've described the body parts of a fly while making sniffing noises.
Well, I can't. You know, I'm a professional. You're an amateur. I'm trying to say it in layman's terms.
Well, earlier on, I was. I came to see you in your dressing room to say hello, and I had a little look in the window, and only now I'm thinking there was a dead fly in there, and you never mentioned it.
Before you came, and I went, smell of fly. But I found that smell was soon overpowered, Jason.
David, time to make your mind up. Is he telling the truth? Is that whole fly-smelling thing real?
Well, let us pay him the respect of pretending to consider it. You don't believe him when he says...
I do not believe him.
Well, I think lie.
You think lie, you're saying lie. OK. Lee, were you telling the truth, or was that a lie?
I've actually started believing it myself. It's a lie.
Yes, it was a lie. Lee can't smell if there's a dead fly in the room.
At school, I was given the nickname The Charmer because I was the only one who could console the school snake whenever it got agitated.
David and T.
So, what type of snake was the school snake?
It was... do you know what? I genuinely can't remember what type of snake it was. I could describe it.
Go on.
Go on.
Legless. It was about so big.
What was it called?
I think it was called Sammy.
You remember its name but not its species?
Well, I'm like that with women. Grass snake rings a bell, I think.
Why did your school go for a snake as opposed to like a mouse or some such?
Oh, it had a mouse as well, but it was in there with the snake.
What was in the tank other than the snake?
It was open plan. There was an area in the corner where he used to sleep. We used to call it the bedding area.
What was there?
What was there?
What was there? Never mind what he used to do.
It's like an ordinary bed, but it's just a lot longer. A lot longer and a lot thinner. Very long and thin. Extremely hard to tuck in at night. They're all there.
Very long.
By the time you'd done one side and gone round the other side, this side had come up again. You'd be there forever. It was
very
awful.
long, thin.
Very long, thin
mattress.
bed. Very long, thin mattress.
This wasn't one of those snakes that likes to sleep curled up.
No.
It likes to stretch out.
Right out like that.
Why did a snake need charming? Was it a particularly aggressive snake, or...?
It used to do this little thing where it used to raise its head up and sort of shake its head like that, left to right. Like that.
Yeah.
And I said to the teacher, "What's that? What's he doing that for?"
Oh, so you were taught in the same room as the snake?
Well, we went to different lessons, but in one of the classrooms...
This was during snake studies?
Well, that's what the PE teacher called it. So I said, as well as the other kids, we were saying, what does he do that for? And the teacher said, that is a sign that the snake is getting agitated. And I said, I bet I can stop that. And I lifted off the thing, and I just went like that, and I stroked the back of its head as a joke, and it stopped.
So you can't demonstrate it on a snake?
No, I can't.
But Matt is there. I mean, what if Matt were to be a little agitated? I wonder if employing the same methods you could calm Matt? Well, Matt, could you be a little agitated?
If you could be a snake, if you could sort of put your head down here, yeah, put your head further down. Put your head here, because the head starts off down, right? Now get into character.
At a certain angle, this looks really dodgy.
Looks like I'm just about to go bowling. So... So you're looking down, right, and you're the snake. Now suddenly you're a snake. You're agitated.
Oh my God!
That's an agitated snake.
Yeah.
You're all worried, aren't you? Don't worry, I'll
amazing.
sort this out. Now I'm going to use my hand because, in proportion to the head, that's a finger.
Yeah.
Then I stroke the back of the head like this, and watch him. Watch the snake, calm.
Oh, nice.
Go down.
So what do you think then, David?
Lee claims that his teacher called him the Charmer,
Yeah.
and that's a nickname that stayed with him. I'd have got murdered at my school if my teacher would have said, you're the Charmer. That's it.
There's so much of that I've got a problem with. That thing,
I think
there was a grass
there's
snake.
It's not my nickname.
Time for a decision right now.
I think we think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Lie.
Lee,
Oh, it's gonna
the
be
snake charmer, were you telling the truth
Mel's
or were
not
you
sure
telling
now.
a lie?
Well, actually, it was a lie.
Yes, it was a lie. Lee wasn't nicknamed the charmer at school because he was the only one who could calm the school snake.
I have had to stop listening to a classic 1980s pop song because every time I play it, it makes my baby daughter cry.
David and team.
What is the song?
I can't talk about it. It's Ultravox, Vienna.
And how many times had you played it and she cried before you decided, oh, hang on, no, this is definitely a trend?
It happened 3 times randomly, and on the 3rd time I thought, this has got to be... That's not a coincidence now, because she seems to be doing it at the same point.
Which bit?
Well, it starts off quite slow. It goes... We'll be here all night if I do this. and then suddenly, he suddenly goes, the feeling is gone. And then she started crying her eyes out, and I thought, that's coincidence. So I tried it once, finally, just to test it.
So after the 3rd time, you decided, OK, I'm spotting a trend, and then you played it a 4th time.
4th time. I even filmed it. I thought I'll film the evidence.
Yeah.
How loud was the track when you were playing it? Because
Piercingly loud that would make a baby cry, because I really wanted to prove my point on the 4th one.
So what are you thinking, David?
Greg, what do you think?
I don't know. I haven't had any children of my own, so I don't know whether or not they just hate one track like that.
You
but-
should get one, because then they'll get a sandpit and you'll be happy.
I think it's true.
I think it's a lie. Really?
I think it's true, because I think the pitch of the music, I think it is the kind of thing that could disturb a little baby.
Well, I'm going to go with Kirsty. I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Yeah.
OK. Lee, were you telling the truth or was it a lie?
It is, in fact, true.
It is true. And, rather excitingly, we can prove it.
I did film it. I felt terrible. I did it once. It's never been played again. Play the
OK,
BT.
so here it is.
So I'm going to play this once and we'll never do this again. All right, Millie, promise you we'll never do this again.
So sorry, Millie. That's the bizarrest thing. I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's light entertainment.
It makes me so angry because they wouldn't show the clip of me attacking my mother with a taser. I thought it was really funny.
Yes, it's true. There is nothing that Lee will not do for a laugh.
I have hidden in a cupboard to escape Anthea Turner.
David's team.
Where were you when this happened?
In the cupboard.
Where was the cupboard?
In the room I was hiding from Anthea
Where
Turner.
was the room?
Just away from Anthea Turner.
What was the occasion? And do not define the occasion or the geographical space in relation to Anthea Turner. What else was it?
It was on a TV show that I was doing.
Hide in the cupboard from Anthea. I remember seeing it on BBC Three.
It was very good. I don't think Lee was ever on it, though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What was the show called?
Pet Power.
Pet Power.
Pet Power. Yeah. It was
What was
about
the premise
cats
of the
with
show?
capes.
What were you doing on the show? What was your role on the show?
My role on the show, I was the warm-up man, like a TV warm-up man. Pet Power was a show where the pets would come on and there would be interesting stories about pets, and some of them, this particular incident, was a butchie goes up into the rafters, and I'm upstairs in my dressing room, and I'm watching it on the monitor, and I hadn't been doing comedy very long, and I was running out of things to go back and say to warm the audience up.
Yes.
And I saw the budgie go up in the rafters, panicked, and there was a knock on the door, hid in the cupboard. And they actually came into the room, but I was hiding in the cupboard.
And you mean the floor manager,
if you will,
turned to Anthea and said, Anthea, I need you to pop upstairs and get the warm-up
I don't think it was Anthea that personally came to get me.
Oh, I see.
But how will I ever know? How will I ever know, Griff?
They knocked on the door of your dressing room.
Correct.
Then what happened?
As the door opened, I thought, oh, my God, they're going to come and get me and say, come on, get out of the cupboard and do some jokes even though you've gone left. And at that point, this is the bit you're not going to believe, I thought they're going to find me, and then I saw a lion, a witch... And I was able to escape into the forest, never to be seen again. No.
I'll tell you what I'm interested to know.
Yeah.
You didn't stay in the cupboard indefinitely.
No, because that would have been ridiculous.
You came out, and you must have chanced upon Anthea.
I did.
It wasn't really Anthea that went to look for him, it transpires, just the floor manager. It was a perfectly normal professional relationship. He's rather building up his intimacy with Anthea Turner. I don't think they've ever exchanged any words at all. Even in the lie world where any of this happened, which is not the world we're living in at all. Narnia is more believable.
David, could that be true?
Griff, do you think it's true?
It's not true.
Jimmy?
I think it could be true. I know Lee used to do TV warm-ups. I used to do TV warm-ups as well. That's how a lot of comics start. And I do think when you start out, you run out of material.
You do.
Do you think it's true?
I think it
You've
could be
talked
true.
yourself into thinking it's true.
Yeah, I have,
Well,
yeah.
I listened to you earlier in the show and it didn't work, so I'm going with Griff. It's a lie.
You think it's a lie? OK, Lee, was it the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Of course, it is absolutely true.
Yes, it's true. Lee has hidden inside a cupboard to escape Anthea Turner.
I have perfect pitch, so can listen to any noise and tell you what musical note it is. B flat. I'm joking, I can't do...
You can't do it.
So can you sing us a G?
I can't sing. I can listen to a note and tell you what pitch it is, but I'm not actually very good at... Are you upset?
What was that?
Do it again. Yeah, got it.
What's...
That will be... That's A.
So when did you discover you could do this?
About 30 seconds ago.
So, do you play a musical instrument?
Two, I do... No.
So
yes, I do play musical instruments.
What do you play?
I play guitar, triangle...
Well, you know what, Lee? It's funny you should mention a triangle, because...
Yeah. Ah, the triangle.
You tell me what this is.
Ooh, that is out of tune. Do it again. One more time, louder. Oh, I'll do it in a minute. I'm just going to serve this customer. G.
It's a G.
G.
It's a G. I don't know if it is or not.
It is. Yeah. David, your tea's ready. Is that the end of the game? Yes. That was that last whistle. That was a P.
So what do you think, David? Could that be true?
Stephen?
No.
It's a nonsense. It's all rubbish.
Lie.
They're all saying lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It was a fact, a lie.
Oh. A surprise. Yes, it was a lie. Lee doesn't have perfect pitch.
One of the codes I live my life by.
Always a good start.
Is that my appearance should be in no way noteworthy. But then again, not so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
What do you think?
Well, if it is true, you're certainly carrying it off. When did you decide on this code?
It didn't happen suddenly. It just, you know...
It sort of developed.
The way I felt comfortable being sort of gradually formed into the the philosophy, and I don't think that's too grandiose a term, that I have read off a card for you today.
I would say since you've got a beard, you have become more noteworthy.
The answer to that is I've enjoyed growing a beard. But you're right, because I've grown a beard, some people have said, oh, I see you've grown a beard, or he's got a beard, look at his beard. And I hate those moments. Can I just put you up on the point? I deeply hate those moments of being physically noticed.
Have you really enjoyed growing a beard?
Well, that's what's so odd. I mean, I haven't, like, hugely enjoyed it. It's not been like a brilliant roller coaster. but it's just very, very slightly I've enjoyed it. And very slightly also I've had a sense of achievement. Of course, it is no achievement. It's actually a failure in personal hygiene. but it feels like an achievement.
But you surely went through the difficult itchy stage.
I did go through this.
No one enjoys that?
No. I call them my teens.
Do you make these rules about everything? Are the underpants you're wearing unnoteworthy enough to be you know what I'm saying? Are they?
No, I don't think...
Sorry, let's start again. Are you wearing underwear?
Yes.
OK.
And I don't want to sound too sexy, but yes. Oh. I don't want to sound too sexy, but no. Oh. Under my underwear, I'm naked.
Oh. David, I want to know not what you consider noteworthy. I want to know what you consider so unnoteworthy that it becomes noteworthy.
A grey tie. If you were in a suit, like you're in a suit-wearing scenario, and you wore a grey tie, that would be so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
So a grey tie...
It could be so colourless, so not wanting to draw the eye, it would draw the eye. It's how you spot spies, isn't it? People who are just trying to blend in so much, they blended in so much they're noticeable.
It's true.
Like a chameleon. If there was a chameleon in here, it would stand out.
I'll tell you what, if there was a comedian in here, it'd stand out.
It's a worrying round of applause on the subject of our...
Is it true or is it a lie? Make your decision.
I think it's true. I think it's very plausible that David would be like that, yeah.
OK.
Yeah, I think it's true.
True?
I'll go in my team and say it's true.
All saying true. David, truth or lie?
Yes, well, of course it's true.
Yes, it's true. One of the codes David lives his life by is that his appearance should be in no way noteworthy. Next.
I once sent out 30 professional photographs of myself to try and get an agent. I got just one reply advising me to destroy all copies of the photographs.
David, what pose exactly were you doing in the glossy print?
I mean, I thought a normal, dignified, at the same time hilarious and talented one.
Show me.
Yeah, can you do it?
No, I think what it was...
Do it.
I think maybe in the picture, my mouth looked a bit wrong. You know, maybe it was a bit sort of...
Can I ask why you thought...
Or maybe...
But you didn't bother to change
it wasn't like...
And when was this? What period are we talking about?
It was in the 18th century. In the mid-late 1990s.
What kind of places were you sending them to?
Or did you just leave them in phone boxes around London?
How were you dressed in the photograph? Was it a casual or was it a smarter look that you went for?
I'm guessing smarter.
It's just in case he was wearing a leisure suit. Maybe it was the late 90s.
What's a leisure suit? Is that a sort of zip-up thing that you can relieve yourself in?
Yes.
It's what they'll be wearing in the future. It's just so convenient. Just get in and whatever happens, it's fine.
Did this dent your confidence, David?
Yes.
You didn't think I'll just get some more done, but this time without the stovepipe hat and the cravat?
I don't think I immediately got some more done. I mean, I have subsequently had other photos.
You got your confidence back?
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Do you think that could be the truth?
I think it's true.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
I think it's true.
True.
I think it's true. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
Oh, true. It's true. David did once send out 30 professional photographs, but was advised by an agent to destroy all copies. Next.
I once got stuck in a cave for an hour after getting the hood of my cagoule caught on a stalactite in a way I couldn't untwizzle.
Right, caves and stalactites. Lee Mack's team.
Well, the bit that we definitely believe about that story is cagoule.
Cagoule.
Yeah. We're not doubting cagoule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Red.
And when in the last 3 weeks did this happen?
This happened when I was a boy, a child, a human
A boy child?
Boy child. What cave was it?
It was somewhere in France.
Ah, holiday?
Yes.
Deliberate ploy by parents to get rid of you? Give him the baggy cagoule and find a stalactite, then run.
You were in there for an hour?
Yeah, I was caught on the stalactite.
For an hour?
For an hour,
Just
yeah.
remind me again, stalactites go down, right?
Stalactites hang down.
Hang down.
Stalagmites go up. And the easy way to remember it is
Yeah.
that stalactites have a C in them. Stalactite, C for ceiling.
Yeah.
Stalagmites have a G, G for ground.
No, it's the stalactites come down, isn't it? Your
But
tights come
tights,
down.
tights go up as well.
No, they don't. Not when I'm around.
How did you eventually escape?
My dad came and released me.
So you're with your family on this trip?
Well, they were sort of...
It took them an hour to find you. I would have thought, if I'd have lost you and you'd have been my child, it would have been 6 or 7 days.
Right, so what are you thinking, Lee? Could this be true?
What do you think?
I'm going to go for a lie.
You think it's a lie? Bob?
Lie for me, Lee.
Lie.
Lie. David?
It's a lie.
Yes.
Possession.
Now, behind your chair is a box. Open the box, read the card, and then take out the possession.
It's a beautiful box.
Yeah.
I like
Look
it.
at that. This is entertainment.
Yes. This is my cape. I used to put it on, pretend I was Doctor Who, and head into my TARDIS. Or, as my parents called it, the airing cupboard.
Put the cape on.
All right. It is.
Come, feel free, David. Come and use the floor space. Think back to your dancing days. Come out and use the floor. You could have a glamorous assistant in the form of Miranda.
Oh,
Miranda, would you help David get into his cape?
Hang on.
Am
Do
I
we
doing
put this over there?
That's what I'm
that'll
thinking.
Hold it in place.
There we go.
That fits.
There.
That actually fits you really well. Were you exactly the same size as a child?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't see you properly, David. Could you come and stand in front of me and twirl round? So you just...
lovely.
Yes, that's
That
actually...
is a much
and how
needed
old?
reminder of the
How
film
old were
Magician.
you? When was this?
I think...
This is how I picture you walking round your house now.
How old was I? I think at the time I was first given this cape, I think I was about maybe 10.
10 in that cape.
Maybe 9. It was too big for me initially.
Right. Hang on a second. Whoa. When you were 9, so to give us an idea of the height, go down. Just go give us knees, and we'll see how much it would have dragged. So that would have been you as...
Hang on, it's
Can I have your shoes for a second?
Rocking.
Can I take this off?
What are you doing?
Well, your shoes.
Oh, I see. Right, sorry,
an
yes,
idea
yeah.
how you might have looked in those days.
Yeah. This is how the police do sort of ageing profiling. Yes. What would he have looked like a few years ago?
Just get yourself on. Hang on, this one's
There we go. It would be...
Did you say your mum and dad got you this cape?
My mum made it.
Your mum made it?
Yeah.
But even though she made it for you, had she no idea what size it should be?
Were you a close family, David?
This is getting cramp in my knee.
You can go back to your seat.
Yeah.
I give you permission.
You look like a very middle-class disgruntled Dracula. I didn't get any blood tonight. I just shrug back to my chair and bite some virgin's neck tomorrow, I suppose.
So what do you think, Lee? Is it the truth or is it a lie?
What do you think, Barry?
Not a shred of truth.
You don't think? I think it could be true.
It sounds incredibly likely. In fact, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if this is a habit that's actually finished. I imagine he's...
So Barry says a lie.
I'm the odd one out here, aren't I?
You say true.
I hope it's true. I think it's lovely.
I think it's lovely as well, so I'll say it's true.
You're going to say true.
All right.
David, Truth or lie?
It is, of course, true.
Yes, it's true. David used to wear his cape and pretend he was Doctor Who.